In this video, let's learn about semi-vowels. Semi-vowels are the letters W and Y. Although they are both pronounced exactly as they are in English, there is something unique about them. The W may at times be pronounced gw, gw, with a G preceding it, gw, and the Y may be pronounced as a D sound, d, d. And you may be wondering, why do these letters have such a drastic change in pronunciation? That's a valid question. Well, the purpose of this video is not to answer that question, unfortunately. Rather, the goal of this video is just simply pronunciation. And I want you to be aware that this change in pronunciation does indeed happen. So let's look at some examples. First, the word Yaduan, which means language. This word is very much often pronounced with a Y, Yaduan. However, again, it may be pronounced with a D. For example, Edna Jones of Walker River once said, "Panaki daduana dami nakapanikwe." Panaki daduana dami nakapanikwe, which means we're going to listen to the Bannock language. Notice she pronounced Yaduana with a D sound. Daduana. Again, I just want you to be aware of this pronunciation change. It may happen at times. Another example is the word yaga, which means cry. Again, just like Yaduana, this word very much is often pronounced with a Y, yaga. But it may be pronounced with a D, as in daga. For example, Julia Williams of Walker River once said, muasu, which means you always used to cry. So instead of saying yagade, she said dagade with a D sound. Again, I just want you to be aware of this pronunciation change. It may happen. Another example is in the word yongona. You will oftentimes hear this word pronounced just as I said it, yongona. But it may also be pronounced with a D sound, dongona. For example, Bridget Henry of Walker River once said, "Nonotsa dongona pitu," which means he comes every evening. Again, she said dongona instead of yongona. Next is the W sound. This is pronounced just as it is in English, w. This suffix you see here is pronounced way. This is a locative suffix which indicates the location of something, oftentimes pronounced in, as in to be in something. However, this suffix may be pronounced gwe. Let's look at some examples. First is the word ba'awe. Ba'awe means in the water. But following the word for house, which is nobi, this suffix is pronounced gwe. Hence the word nobigwe, which means in the house. Another example of this difference in pronunciation is in the word for hair, which is wo. This word may also be pronounced guo. For example, Bridget Henry, again of Walker River, once said, "Iwo nutsika akwe," which means I'm going to cut my hair. But you may also hear ugwo ongi, which means brush your hair. So rather than saying uwo ongi with a W, it becomes ugwo with a GW pronunciation. Again, why does this change in pronunciation happen? Well, the purpose of this video is not to answer that question. Rather, we just want you to be aware that this change in pronunciation happens. So in summary, the W is pronounced just as it is in English, w, but it may at times be pronounced gu. And the Y is also pronounced just as it is in English, y, but it may be pronounced as a D sound, d. Mat nusab.